Hello, my name is Ansley. I live in Coweta County, Georgia. We are Noonan, Sharpsburg, Grantville, Moreland, little bit all together there in Coweta County. I wanted to come on here today and talk about something that happened with my TikTok account. So I made 2 videos talking about how Georgia Power is taking families' homes and properties against their will. One of those being my own family. I have a personal connection to this story, which is why it's so important to me personally. Although nobody in this town wants a damn data center, our commissioners still approved it. So therefore, Georgia Power is using easement rights to force homeowners, longtime homeowners, old homeowners, into selling their family properties and their family homes so they can be torn down and power lines be extended to support these data centers. This is wrong on so many levels, but when I made these videos to speak out against it, TikTok banned my videos. They said that they're a violation of community guidelines. I never violated any community guidelines. I only came on here to tell the truth about what's happening in Coweta County, Georgia. This is happening to at least 30 people. Some of them are elderly, cannot handle this on their own. Some of these people have families. Some of these properties have been passed down by generation to generation. This is not an option for Coweta County homeowners. This is something they are being forced to do, even though there are many petitions and other things in place trying to make this stop. Our commissioners still approve these projects. It's wrong. And I feel like people should know that in America, you do not have the right to your land. You do not have the right to your property. They can come and take that from you, and there will be nobody there to help you. And when you speak out against it online, they'll ban your videos. They'll block you. They'll threaten to take away your whole entire account. There is no freedom of speech. There is no protection of property. It doesn't make any sense. And people should know about this. That's all I have to say.
Across rural towns and suburban neighborhoods, a new corporate land grab is quietly unfolding. Big tech infrastructure is aggressively expanding into our backyards, and everyday Americans are paying the price. We aren't just talking about a couple of new warehouses down the road. We are witnessing multi-billion-dollar utility monopolies using eminent domain and easement rights to forcibly strip longtime homeowners of their land, all to build high-voltage power lines and massive data centers that local communities explicitly voted against. It is an alarming shift where private property rights are being trampled to fuel corporate interests, leaving everyday people completely sidelined in their own towns.
So these punks right here came by because I'm trying to organize a community protest against a representative who's trying to push in a data center owned by an out-of-state company, trying to suck up all our energy. I made a post, I made an event on Facebook trying to organize the community to get together. And what's your badge number? Name and badge number?
I'm Detective Ensign.
And name and badge number?
Sure. SHRP and it's 160.
Okay, yeah. No, I have a First Amendment right to protest, and if I organize a protest on a public road, there's nothing wrong with that. I sent an email to that representative, and I can show you the email. I never made a threat. I told, no, this is my house, and I'm going to talk. You guys are on my property trying to intimidate me because I'm organizing a protest against a data center. Then why are you here?
Well, that's, if you let me, okay, so first off, do you want to talk about this?
Talk about what? There's nothing to talk about. I'm organizing a protest, and I'm allowed to do that. It's a First Amendment protected activity.
I agree with you 110%.
Yeah.
The issue is some of the communication, the Facebook posts, I would disagree that there's...
I haven't made a single threat. Tell me what threat I made.
Okay, well, you know what you posted.
No, give me a quote me. Quote a threat, because I didn't make one. I'm organizing a protest on a public street, demanding a representative.
What about the safety of his children?
Huh?
What about the safety of his children?
Someone else made a comment about the safety of his children.
Did you?
No.
You didn't?
No, what I said if he valued his children's safety, he probably wouldn't be trying to ruin the world that they're being brought up on. And that isn't a threat. That's the fact that I'm watching this man ruin the world around here. And yes, I'm allowed to say that if someone cares about their kids, they shouldn't destroy the community that their kids are being raised in. That's not a threat.
The problem is you didn't say that in the post.
Yes, I did.
You did not.
Pull it up. Pull it up and read it. Pull it up and read it.
I've been dealing with this all afternoon.
Cool. Pull it up and read it.
Okay. So that's the concerning part is obviously, yes, you have the right to make an event, you have the right to public protest, everything else, right? But
I never made a threat.
Okay. Well, we disagree, and our state's attorney disagrees. Okay, so you're going to be charged today for a couple of offenses.
Seriously? I'm going to get charged for what?
For stalking and intimidation.
For stalking? When did I ever go to his house?
So we'll explain that to you more. Okay, so you are going to be placed under arrest right now, okay? All right.
Okay,
so
let me...
conclude your live stream.
Wow.
This is crazy. I'm witnessing this with my own two eyes right now. I'm back in Michigan, and I'm north of a bunch of data centers. And the water here, all those miles north from where I am, from those data centers, is brown. There's brown water in the toilets, brown water in the sinks, brown data center water. That, it blew my mind. It blew my mind. It is no myth. And these people have to just deal with that? With their water just being brown? Once again, crimes against humanity. These are basic human rights. Because you best believe I'm going to say stay stinky today because I can't shower in that. No way.
I need to tell somebody about this right now. We need to protect these data centers. Did you know the data centers, despite being made of cement and stone wool, they're not fireproof? I know gasoline just burns on the surface and would trickle off right away, wouldn't do anything. But if somebody was to pour gasoline down the entire HVAC and ventilation system, it could be incredibly dangerous for the data center. And we need these data centers. I mean, they produce tens of jobs. So we have to have these. So nobody should ever go near a data center with anything flammable because it could go up in flames and then that would be the end of that. I mean, data centers do so much for a community. They make sure that our water gets used. They make sure the electricity is being used efficiently. So we really need to make sure these are protected at all costs and make sure everybody knows these aren't flammable and we should be really careful around the data center.
Hey, so somebody's definitely going to burn that data center in Utah to the ground. Y'all realize that, right? Someone is definitely going to burn that data center to the ground, possibly before it's even fully built. And to be clear, that's not a threat. That's not a directive. That is simply a prediction that I am 100% confident in. Because we're talking about a data center that was approved by local officials over the objection of basically their entire community, the very loud objection of their entire community, I might add. All to curry favor with a billionaire that doesn't even live in their community. And that billionaire is a part of the group of Americans, the 1%, that have been making life for the working class a living hell. And for an increasing number of people in that working class, the 3 hots and a cot that prison represents is starting to feel preferable to the wage slavery of the outside. And once there starts to be people that feel that way, billionaires no longer need to just fear collective action. Once people start to feel that way is when people start being willing to take one for the team and become the lone wolf. And there isn't a fence in the world that is tall enough to protect Kevin O'Leary and other billionaires like him from the rage of the working class that is tired of having their necks stepped on by the 1%.
Okay, so I was at work today, right? I work in Ohio, live in Ohio. And there was a customer that came in and like I made conversation with people, just like it's what I do. Okay, so this man comes in and he says that he works for, like not for, but he was like contracted to help build one of these data centers. And so naturally, like I'm just asking questions. We've all heard things and stuff like that. So I'm trying to get like the inside scoop. And he goes to tell me that these data centers raise so many questions for people who have been in the business as long as he has, which has been like over 30 years. Like he's at the age where he could retire if he wanted to. And he goes, it's so like weary almost that there's a lot of things that are being hidden from people that are contracted, like putting these places together. The push on how fast they want them done. He said you won't find a hospital ever having a push this fast to get done as what they have for these data centers. And so there's another one in a different part of Ohio, I forget which part he said, that's already done and built. And he goes, there was over 7,000 people contracted to put this thing together. And he was like, it was like a sea of people at all given points and times. He was like, it's like nothing you've ever seen before. And then he goes to tell me that in Piketon, Ohio, which is not far from me, like he goes that in the next 6 months, they are starting another one there. And I was like, where the hell they're going to put it? Like in the mountains? Because like there's a shit ton of mountains over there, Southern Ohio. And he goes, we don't know, but it's going to be in Piketon. And he said it's going to be the largest data center in all of Ohio and in all of the U.S. Why does Ohio have the most data centers out of all of the other states? Why is a man who has been a contractor to do all of these things for all kinds of different corporations and businesses being built, why is he concerned? Why does he see so much difference in the work with this building versus any other building that he's done in all of his years there? Why is he worried? Like, what the fuck should we be worried about? Because that's concerning. And this hits way too close to home for me. Does anybody else have like inside scoop, like factual inside scoop? Like, I know all of the like rumors and like what we've heard and what we think. And
you're not gonna believe this shit. Here's your latest unhinged headlines. Data Center Edition. Power grid watchdog NERC, the North American Electric Reliability Corporation, which oversees the power grids for the US, Canada, and Mexico, says the data centers may soon collapse power for the entire continent. Which means this summer we're going to see a lot of incels revolt when they lose their girlfriends. In Nevada, which is already home to more than 70 data centers, the residents of Lake Tahoe may soon lose their power completely. Why? Every drop is being redirected to the state's data centers, which is great news for tourists who enjoy falling asleep to the relaxing sounds of in Phoenix, Arizona, a new 240 megawatt Amazon Prime data center has officially broken ground. Do the people in Phoenix know about all the rare cancers and miscarriages linked to those? Soon we're all gonna look like Bezos. Just a race of aborted fried eggs with one eye that can't handle the shame. Recently, in Fayette County, Georgia, the QTS data center drained 30 million gallons of water, while residents were experiencing low water pressure and told to cut back. And in Morgan County, Georgia, thanks to the Meta data center, their drinking water looks like this.
This is the current drinking water in Morgan County, Georgia. Right after a data center was constructed, the Meta data center was constructed, the only difference between the clean water and this was that data center.
Delicious. Can we send some to Washington? Just give it a little shake. Tell them it's the new Coke. And finally, ending things off with a cringy megalomaniacal cyst, Kevin O'Leary is now the owner of the largest data center in the world. This insult to God was just approved in Utah, will be 40,000 acres, and will consume more power than some states. So what do you think they're powering? Satan's Christmas tree? Ooh, by the way, Kevin, was his hand hot or cold?
Hey you guys, it's Ansley Brown on the fight to save my mom's house from eminent domain. Here I am today with another mother and a homeowner who this is affecting. What is it taking from her? Look behind me. It's taking this entire backyard, the pool and everything. Tell us about it.
Hi, my name is Cynthia, and I am just one of many homeowners who are impacted by Georgia Power's high voltage power lines that are going in to support data centers that are being built all over. We were informed that they were going to come in and take more than half of our property. They are going to demo all of these trees, playhouse, fence, fire pit, the pool, the spa, all of this, including our two neighbors' houses. They're completely demoing theirs. This easement is only going to be 12 feet from our house, 12 feet from our bedroom where we sleep. Now, they did say that they would take the entire house, that they would purchase the entire house. However, that purchase is based off of their own appraised value of the house, which is significantly less than our appraised value for the house, our own private appraisal. So it's not also sufficient enough to replace what we have. We have been told many times by them that they don't have to buy the house, they can only buy the easement, which would just decimate everything every single thing, the pool, all of this, everything that we have spent 17 years building, it would be a financial devastation because we would never be able to rebuild this, especially at our age. And this is the only home our daughters have ever known. Georgia Power is owned by the Southern Company. The Southern Company is a $105 billion market capital company. They are bigger and just as big as the 4 combined capital markets of the 4 major airlines in the United States. Delta, United, American, and Southwest combine their market capitalization, and that equals the Southern Company, who owns Georgia Power. These data centers that are being built, they're being built for 5 primary companies that equate to $13 trillion in market capitalization. To put that in perspective, you take all the GDPs in the world, and there's only 2 that beat that, and that's the United States and China. Georgia Power is expecting all of the tax citizens and the landowners here to subsidize their project, to subsidize these data centers. And enough is enough.
Thank you. That was amazing. You guys, out here, this is happening, like I said, to 330 properties. There are 21 homes that are being affected by this in Coweta County, Georgia. Not only does Georgia Power not care about our American farmers, they also don't care about our American mothers. This is happening to my mother. This is happening to Cynthia. Wouldn't your grandkids love to have this backyard? Because it's being taken. And on to the point of the easement being only 12 feet from her house, I hope you guys realize that means when she is sleeping in her bedroom, Georgia Power can pull a truck 12 feet from that window and be right there. So what are we gonna do, you guys? Are we gonna let them take it? Absolutely not. I'm gonna keep fighting. I'm gonna keep sharing these homeowners' stories. Come and follow me. Thank you, Cynthia, so much. Thank you, guys. Keep fighting.
I just got out of a meeting with my local county to learn about what's going on with the data center that is being built here by QTS, the same QTS that stole almost 30 million gallons of water in Fayetteville, Georgia. And there are so many things that they have told us, so many things that they have found and researched, and they actually have the research to prove it. And the thing that has upset me the most, aside from learning that this company is not paying taxes for a certain amount of years, they are basically paying less in taxes. They pay less than what a taxpayer, a regular person like me, would pay for the county. They are actually still taking water, even though it's a closed loop system, because like a car, the engine needs coolant, engine needs water for it to actually work. So that's how that's going to be. Aside from all of that, aside from all the numbers that I got and the species that will be impacted and things like that, I'm really disappointed in seeing that most of the people that were at this meeting were over the age of 50, which is really, really sad, because I know that there are a lot of young people who will do this performative outrage online, but then they don't actually take the steps to research or put their money where their mouth is. They're just too busy getting outraged. And while we're too busy getting outraged about what political party somebody is on, we've got billionaires building data centers and screwing with our health and tearing apart our communities.
What we are seeing in places like Coweta County, Georgia, and across Ohio isn't just a localized dispute, it's a structural failure. Giant utility conglomerates like Southern Company and tech monopolies are running roughshod over municipal zoning laws, while local commissioners look the other way. They are draining tens of millions of gallons of water from public systems during shortages, turning local drinking water brown, and threatening the stability of our entire electrical grid. When everyday citizens try to protest this corporate overreach or speak out online, they are met with digital censorship and real-world intimidation. This is the hidden cost of the modern digital gold rush. It is a system that treats private citizens as collateral damage, forcing working-class families to subsidize the infrastructure of the richest corporations on Earth while losing their peace of mind, their property values, and their homes. Have you noticed massive data centers popping up in your community? Or have you faced utility companies trying to claim easement rights on your property? Let me know your thoughts and what you're seeing in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.